So, Brandon is a great brother-in-law. He's smart, he's funny, he's a genuinely kind person and cares a lot about others. But the one thing I don't like about Brandon is the amount that he sleeps. You see, for whatever reason, Brandon sleeps a ton. And when I mean a ton, I'm talking 10 to 12 hours a day. I'm talking about not waking up until 11 o'clock and then taking a nap at like 4 or 5. It's a lot of sleep that, if I'm being honest, is kind of concerning. Now, look, I get that he's a teenager and he needs more sleep than your average person, and I've never really been a big fan of sleep. I get all that. I understand that. It's just like, how much sleep is too much sleep? I mean, 7, 8 hours, maybe 9 hours, fine. I get it. But when you're at 10, 11, 12, 13 hours a day, it just seems like a lot. Now, I guess I could just wake him up in the morning and just get him to go do things. But if you've ever tried to wake Brandon up in the morning, you would know that that's a terrible idea. He's not fun to be around really before noon or after 4 o'clock. Brandon really only has a couple hours of fun time, and anything outside of that it's not the most fun thing in the world. So for better or worse, I let Brandon sleep, which isn't the biggest deal in the world because Papa also sleeps a ton for some reason, even though old people don't need as much sleep. He's a big sleeper and napper, so it's not that big of a deal. And I also have a ton of work to do now that I have 4 summer classes, which during the year that wouldn't be bad, but it's typically a semester is like 18 weeks and it's smashed down into 6 weeks and multiply that by 4. So I have a lot of schoolwork to do. This company's doing well, which kind of sucks. You kind of don't want it to do well, because if it's not doing well, they don't have to do as much work. But it is doing well, and we have the feature film, and now the podcast is growing. A special announcement that I talked about, I'm going to announce very soon, maybe within the next 2 or 3 days. It's really exciting stuff. But because everything is everything, well, those couple of days, that week basically had a free time, well, that's over. It is noon o'clock. Everyone is up and at it. We're gonna go find ourselves some breakfast/lunch and see where the day takes us. I went to this cafe in this fancy area of where we are called Cafe Romeo, something like that. And I was planning on getting a hot chocolate, but when I looked at the menu, I didn't see it. But what I did see was ice cream. Now, I haven't eaten lunch yet, or really anything, but decided to get the ice cream. And right as I ordered, I realized that they did have hot chocolate. But I mean, honestly, isn't hot chocolate just a warm version of this anyway? So is it really that different? I don't think so. We are out here in the Kanawha State Forest. It's really quiet and really pretty. It's kind of just off of this sort of ritzy area that we were just in. You just keep driving in the same direction. And it's just this giant forest with this babbling brook, and it's very serene. I actually captured some footage here for some work that I'm doing that might work out or might not, but either way, it's really pretty up here. I don't know what these black fish things are, but they're kind of give me the EBGBs. I don't know, they have a weird look to them. I'm actually gonna move away from that. I just don't like the way they look. We are at what I assume to be the top of the state park. I think we drove up for quite a while, so we are now at what seems to be the top of this part of West Virginia. Brandon went up a hill to see if he could find like some sort of scenic overlook or something. I stayed here because this walking area isn't really made for people older, so And I didn't want to leave Papa in the car by himself, which Brandon was gonna do, but I decided to stay. I mean, I'm sure Papa would have been fine. He's, he can take care of himself, but I thought I'd stay, keep him company, and just look out of this forest. It's a pretty cool forest. All right, we are here at the movie theater. We're about to go see Wrath of Man. Predictions? This be a good movie?
Yes.
Have you seen any of Guy Ritchie's stuff before?
Nope.
He did Aladdin. He did other stuff. Ton of other stuff.
Tons. Nice.
The Gentleman. Have you seen that?
I have seen The Gentleman.
That's him.
All right, cool.
So do you think this will be good?
I think it will be exciting and entertaining.
Maybe a good time. Let's find out. We just saw Wrath of Man. Did we do this already? Or did we not talk about this? I can't remember.
Not talking about Wrath.
We just saw Wrath of Man. Brandon, what'd you think?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was a really enjoyable film. I thought Jason Statham, well, I mean, he's just always Jason Statham. He really only plays one role. But I think Guy Ritchie did a good job. There's a lot of cool moments in it. It was a really good time. Now we're at this place called the Gonzo Burger, which looks pretty cool. I mean, if you kind of look at it, it looks like I don't know, like a restored diner or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a pretty cool place. Do you think the food will be good?
Of course.
We just had a couple of delicious burgers at Gonzo Burgers.
They were tasty.
Yeah, definitely a place to check out in West Virginia. I think one of my favorite places we've been. I think good food, good atmosphere, good cider, good time. Pretty fast too, I'd say.
Fairly fast,
Yeah, and quiet. Maybe the music should have been a little louder. But otherwise, pretty good. What should we do now, Brad?
Sleep. Sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, West Virginia, we have conquered you. Until we meet again, Charleston.